What's going on, everybody? Today we have a box opening, but before we get into Time Spiral, let us have a chat face to face. Okay, so super excited today because I get to open this box. Really excited. Also got some mail gonna open, figure out, take a look and see all the stuff that I buy, getting into collectibles again. But I did have a topic. I actually have something to talk about I thought might be interesting, and that is kind of how to guarantee success. How do you become so sure that you will be successful? Because I was watching one of my for those that follow Magic know a big person in the community, especially on YouTube, is Alpha Investments with Rudy, and he had this question with somebody that asked about how do you make it, basically. You know, how do you become successful, right? And the person the question asked was like, how do you become successful again, but just be successful, period. And he didn't really give him a good answer, you know, or he gave him a Rudy answer, I guess. Oh, it's Flesh and Blood card. There you go. So what did he say? He said there's really no path. And you know what? I believe there is a path. There is not a guaranteed path, but a high. And look me in the eye here. There's no guaranteed path, but there's a high probability path. And it has a lot to do with conquering fear. It's about having big cojones, having courage, and it's about kind of dealing with the boring. I think that's one of the hardest parts about wanting to be successful, is that you just have to do a lot of boring crap. And there's like no way around that. Like you have to do a lot of monotonous things. I mean, don't get me wrong, it is possible to have a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun in my job, you know. There's still stuff that you're gonna do that you're just not gonna want to do, and that's part of life. It's part of growth. There's kind of no way around that. But the guaranteed path. What is in here? Oh, it's a pack. No, it's not a pack. It's their packaging. The guaranteed path really is finding something that is essentially not just enjoyable, but profitable. Like in a job, what will often happen is they will pay you. They will trade your hours for your dollar. You'll trade your hours for their dollars, right? You can be working at, I'm gonna see how you do the big screen. There we go. So what do we have to do to be successful? You have to do boring things. I don't think boring things. You have to do something so much that you become really good at it. You have to have a skill that is profitable, that someone is willing to pay you a lot of money for, or not a profitable amount for. And that's really the secret. Ooh, look at this. We got a bunch of cards here. I don't even know why I bought these. Oh, yeah, that's right. I bought these for a deck. Flesh and Blood. Okay, I know it's meant to be for, it's a Magic box opening. Okay, so you have to do something boring. Like, this is fun. Don't expect to make money on this. Of course not. Gonna get 30 views or 40 views. But the thing is to realize is that you have to do something boring. You have to do something that you'd otherwise not want to do, or something that is, hang on a second, guaranteed success. I'm getting off track here. It's hard to do two things at once. Let's go open this up. It's hard to do two things at once, and the two things at once are, man, where's my train of thought going? You have to find something. You have to do something that, let me put it this way. The thing that you like to do, the thing that you have fun doing, often isn't profitable enough to make a living. That makes sense, right? Some people are lucky to find that thing, right? They find that one thing or a couple of things that allow them to be successful, or allows them to be profitable while doing something what they love. But often what you have to do is you have to do something that is boring, or something that is not as fun, something that is monotonous, something that is just not as cool, I should say, right? Like, I don't know, being a cashier, or being a waitress, or a waiter, or a middle manager at an office supply store, right? Those don't sound like a lot of fun. Ooh, I've never seen this card before. None of these cards, I don't even know these cards. Ooh, look, Uncommon Spellburst, Paradise Plume, Knight of the Holy Nimbus, and we have a Lord, a draw, I don't know, can we say that word? We got this, and there we go. So, you have to do something that is profitable. And often the thing that is profitable is not usually very, very fun. And that is just part of life. And the guaranteed way to success is you have to find something that's not necessarily fun, but just profitable. And I think that's the hard part for, I think, people to realize, is that people would much rather have fun than be profitable. Let's just face it, right? And if you want to how come I don't see these cards online? I've drafted this a couple times. Let's go. Man, this is cool. Look at this. This is the white Force Pike. There's an uncommon there. Bite Sliver, +2. Oh, there's a rare. And, oh, we got a foil. Look at that. Uncommon, okay. God, I don't even know where I'm going with my thinking now, because it's hard to open packs and talk at the same time. But the thing is that do something boring, do something monotonous, do something that is profitable. Actually, it doesn't even really matter if it's fun or exciting or something you're passionate about. At the end of the day, it's a value exchange, right? You're exchanging hours for dollars. Or if you're not, you're a business, you're selling. My business, I basically sell advertising. And the reason why people buy advertising from the businesses that I run is because they are able to make money from it. They pay $1 per click, but they're able to make $2 per click. That's how it works. The reason why someone is paid $100,000 a year, $200,000 a year, or $60,000 a year, whatever they're paid, is because the job that they're required to function allows the business to operate profitably. God, I'm freaking all over the place with what I'm talking about. Let's just look at magic cards. Maybe I can get my thoughts together. Oh, I played this. This is in my draft deck. What is this? Oh, this is kind of like an old take on the Fallen Empire's charge ones. What is this? Tolarian West. That's kind of cool. I don't know if that's worth anything, but it's neat. That's not actually, no. That's uncommon. This is rare. This is here. So finding something of value exchange, and if you find something that you can exchange for value, you can make a lot of money. Now, often the problem we run into, most of us have jobs that we trade time. And the thing about time is finite. You don't have an unlimited amount of time. And because you don't have an unlimited amount of time, well, come on, focus. When you don't have an unlimited amount of time, you can't leverage yourself to make a significant income. Don't get me wrong, you can still make a high 6-figure salary, maybe even a 7-figure salary, depending on what business you're in. But at the end of the day, in order to be profitable or to be significantly profitable, or I don't know what the word is, successful, because I think to some people $100,000 a year is a dream. Some $200,000 a year is a dream. What is this? Discard a card, create a 1/1 colorless silver artifact creature. What? Oh, you have to discard a card. That's why. Ooh, look, you got the creature. What is this called? The creature mana drain for 6. And then we got this here, old border card. Look at a foil old border card in that. Where was I? I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. What am I doing? I just know that success, even though you can't really predict it, it actually is very predictable, right? I guess that's the thing. You have to define what success is. You want to break out of the job you have, or maybe whatever prison of your making. Like I'm a believer that, I read this email the other day from a very good marketer. He talked about, what does freedom mean to you? And I replied by saying, actually, you know what? Let me go read that email, because it's actually pretty good. It's a pretty good email, actually. Let me find it. Because I feel like there's a lot of value in what I said. And the question was, what is your, I can't even find my sent email box. Stefan here. Okay. It says, what does freedom mean to you? And this is what I said. Work because you want to, not because you have to. This is philosophical, though. My view is we create a prison of our own making. To take the analogy further, have you ever been to a fast food restaurant and there are too many choices compared to a place like Chipotle? You have freedom at both places, but one freedom, quotations, depends on the person. Hence, a prison of my own making or choice in the analogy is if would be Chipotle. That would be my choice because I'm limited to a burrito or a taco. But is that really freedom? You know, and to take it even another step further, what about red pill versus blue pill? Why hasn't anyone ever thought about not taking any damn pill? What happens then? Anyways, where was I going with this? I don't know. Be successful. Be financially free. Not work a job you don't like. I got 2 of these. This is the Lich. What is this? I don't know what this does. What is worth it? Arcades the Strategist. I'm going to look up some of these cards later because I'm having fun enjoying and talking. But put this microphone here a little bit lower. Okay, so it's profits. You buy something for $1 and you sell it for $2. If you do that 1,000,000 times, 1,000,000 transactions, well, you make $1 million. If you buy something for $1 million and you buy one thing for $1 million, or you buy 2 things for $500,000 each, excuse me, and you sell them both for $1 million each, there you make $1 million. Or in this case, you can buy these magic cards for $1 and sell them for $2 each. Do that 1,000,000 times, and there you go. You're a millionaire. You know, is that really freedom? Is that really success? It's just a strategy. It's just math, right? A lot of what freedom is math. I think that a lot of people don't realize that because often what we're doing is we're trading our life away for. That's not so bad. No, you're trading your life for other things. Like people trade their life. That means their time, right? But I like to say life because it actually means more. What is this? Ooh. Pulmonic sliver. So what was I saying? So people trade their life for things. You can trade your life for a house. You trade your life for a marriage. You trade your life for a car. You trade your life for these magic cards that I'm opening here, right? You're trading your life. And really what it's about is being able to find something to trade your life for. That's of incredible leverage. That's kind of what makes opening magic packs so fun, or a lottery for the matter, gambling. Why people gamble? Because this is sort of, ooh, look at this. I opened up. This is a $50 card, I think. That's not bad. Look at that. See? Oh my God! Look at that. You see that. You see that feeling? I don't know if I can turn my camera on right here. See this feeling? Like I feel excited. Is that right? That's not right. Front. I'm like this got this buzz just now. Just right when I opened up that pack, I was like, oh my God, that was amazing. I can't even see my camera there. I can't even figure this thing out. I cannot believe I just opened this. This is cool. I'm stoked. I'm gonna look that up in just a minute here. Really distracted with what I was feeling, and I don't even remember. I usually text my brother and my friends my best friend Thomas to take a look at these because we're all Magic friends. But we don't play Magic anymore. What was I going to say? See, that's why. Because you get something like this. I opened up X amount of packs, and I just got a $50 card, right? There's something to be said about that. This is what we want. A lot of us want something for nothing. I know this sounds terrible. We want something for nothing. We want to do little and get more. And that's a mistake. Well, before I tell you about why it's a mistake, it's normal human nature. We want to do less. We want to work less. We want to exert less effort. It's part of the way us as species function. We want to do less. And that's why it's hard to get rich. It's hard to find financial freedom because for a long period of time, you have to, living end, a crappy living death. That card is good in draft. I don't know if it's worth anything. It's a mythic though. This is a mythic. So, see, like I'm losing my train of thought here. What was I saying? I said, what was I going to say? I can't remember what I was talking about. I was talking about trading, basically getting lucky. People want something for nothing, or they want less. They want buy one, get two free. They want free shipping. They want free everything. They want to buy something for $1 that's worth $2. That's what we all want. We want that feeling, right? We want to double our money. We want thousands of percent. We want to buy Bitcoin and have it shoot to the moon, right? And that's the thing. The intelligent investor, the one that makes all the money, or the savvy investor, knows to invest in the long term, and they do something that isn't worth anything right now, but later it will become worth a lot more later, right? And I can give you an example, but what's an example for me that has happened? I don't really I mean, it's a simple one. If you're supposed to have a job, you probably have a 401k or you have some retirement. My brother called me about this. So let me read the curse. That card is cool. And so what I was saying is, well, you want to, I don't even know what I'm talking. I lost my train of thought. I can't do this. I can't do this at the same time. I can't open packs and talk. This is incredibly difficult. But the question is, can you, I'm sorry guys, if you're watching through this, I maybe eventually I'll get better at this. I got lots of boxes to open, so it's okay. Investing in the long term, that's what I was talking about, right? Because I have bought a bunch of these boxes, right? And I have because I know one day they'll be worth more, right? Or I have a belief that they will be worth more. It's kind of like a lot of that, and that's what people do. I choose to not open them. I choose to keep them sealed. The only reason why I'm opening them here is because I'm making a video and I want to do a little bit more with this channel. But in general, though, I'm keeping most of them sealed because I know that, like, see this card here? Here's an example. This is how the rich get rich. See this card here? This is a $50 card. Actually, let me show you. I mean, for those, if you're watching this and you don't even know what magic is, you know, or you're just watching because you want to hear me talk, for the maybe one of you that are maybe on here, let me just look this up. Sliver Legion. Sliver Legion, right there. And this card is 100. No, it's a future sight. It's a future sight version. So this is the Time Spiral Remastered version. And right now it's selling for $54.99. And you can take a look here. You can see that the cheapest one selling right there is $51. Okay. So anyways, just showing you that. Let's cut that out there. So taking this for example, right? This card is $50. This is sort of one of the chase rares. There's actually a lot of other chase kind of valuables in here. Sort of a lottery. Let me try to get close. But the thing to realize with this is that, again, I can delay with this camera, is that people want to open a pack and get this card, right? They want this card. But the problem is the probability of getting one is kind of on the low side. You still can get one, but people want to take the chances. You know, like when you flip a coin, there's a 50% chance that it's going to come heads and tails. But you bet on it because you feel that it's going to go in your favor, right? But the thing is, here's the thing. If I own a sealed box of this, I theoretically have this card. Oh, I already have this card. It's just in one of these boxes. Actually, let me get a better example. So I have a sealed box right here, right? And I'm not going to open this, you know, and I'm going to keep it sealed. It technically has all these cards, or can possibly have these cards. It may have this $55 card in there, right? And because it does, I don't actually have to own the card. I already own the box, which has a probability of having it in there, you know? Anyways, I don't know if that makes sense. I'm trying to make it make sense. But what I'm saying is often that is why the rich get richer, is because what they do is they bet on something that's low risk. Because the other thing about this is about magic cards that you should also know is that this has higher liquidity, meaning that more people are willing to buy this. It has more value because it actually has use value, because someone may not buy it just because they're trying to collect it. They might just buy it because they want to open it like I'm doing, you know? People can play the game. They can play with their friends, you know? When I have my family over, we're going to go ahead and probably draft this box or one of these boxes just for fun, right? I mean, we're kind of losing money. You know, maybe we'll make money. We might pull more of these cards here. But the reality is that this has more likely stability, right? Predictable. It's kind of like, works like a bond or ETF or the S&P 500. It's a piece of an asset that has fairly stable up and down, right? Whereas this Sliver Legion can go up and down quite a bit, right? That's what she said. It can go up and down quite a bit because the value or the desire for the card may be high or may be low, right? And that can affect, and also all the cards in this pack here, right? They will have an effect on being high or being low because of the demand or the use of the cards or whatever happens to the game. But a sealed box has desire to essentially more people. Also, here's another thing why I like sealed product too. Sealed product, it's just easier. Like this was $200. I bought it for. It's worth about $300 now. Right? I kind of got lucky with this set, but this is. Where was I going? See, as I'm doing my train of thought here. So this is worth $300. but it can also be you. But I'm saying it's easier to liquidate. It's easier to sell. It's easier to sell, right? I can probably put this on eBay right now for $250, and it would just sell. I won't do that, but it would just go right away, like within 5 minutes, right? It has value. Whereas if I put this up, it may sell for $55. I can probably put it like well below what I just searched for. I searched for like 40. You saw it at $55. I can probably put this for $45 or $40, significantly below value, and it will sell pretty fast. But the problem is, I theoretically spent $200 as an entire box, right? And because I spent all that money on this entire box already, like how am I going to recoup the investment? This is just one card. I'm not even done opening packs. I mean, you can still swing in my favor. I don't even know if any of that made any sense. But anyways, let's just open cards and just look at Magic cards. What do we got here? Mire, Boa, Haze of Rage. What is this? Creatures you control get +1/+0. Ooh, what is this? Boom. Destroy target land you control and target land you don't control. Destroy all. Oh, there's Armageddon. What is this? Slivers you control have flying and haste. That's cool. Man, I like how these cards feel. Man, these reminds me of the days when I did nothing but Magic. Man, I miss this game. More than anything, I miss the time. You know, as I get older, I find that this is sort of one of my happiest times in my childhood. Is just playing this game. All the friends that I met, all the adventures we'd go. We used to drive all the way down from. I used to live in Northern California. I'm in Las Vegas now, but Northern California. And we would drive from Fairfield, which is near Sacramento, if you know where that is. And we drive from Fairfield. Glittering Wish. The card's cool. I don't know if it's worth anything. I think that's worth something. And we would drive from Northern California, or from Sacramento area, and we would drive all the way down to Mountain View, where we played this place called Neutral Ground. And you know, we got all our friends together, and I was the one that could drive, and I had a van, you know, a big ugly brown van that my mom left me when she passed. And we would just drive it, and we would go down there. You know, I was like 16, 17 years old, you know, and we would stay out there till like midnight playing Magic, you know, and then we would drive an hour and a half back, or 2 hours sometimes. Crazy. Look at this. This is a Prodigal Sorcerer. This is a Timmy. It's called Tim. This is the Red Tim. Never understood why they called him Tim. I guess it's just what they called him. But this is a pretty cool card. It's a land, but it's also a creature. Where is this at? This goes here, and this goes here. Look, Blood Braid Elf. Ooh, look, a foil uncommon. Right there, and there we go. I should put these like in sleeves, because these like curl up if you keep them in air. So let me see if I can find some. Who cares? These aren't even really that valuable anyway. So that's a trip to memory lane. We played hours of Magic. I can't believe I played 18 hours of Magic, 14 hours of tournaments, and then between rounds we'd go walk to Burger King and we'd stuff our face, and then you know I was pretty overweight back then. This is well before I became a trainer or was in the shape or anything. What do we get here? We get a Coalition Relic. That card is cool. That's a good cube card. I'm actually gonna build a cube. So I guess this will maybe I'll call this video cube building, right? What is this? This is foil. Can you tell? I got off topic. What the hell did I even want to talk? I want to talk about success. You have to do something boring. You have to do something that is essentially, basically, you do something of high value. And often, things of high value isn't always fun, or there are pieces of it that aren't fun. And what you do to be successful, this card is dope. Look at this. When Big Game Hunter enters the battlefield, destroy target creature with power 4 or greater and madness for 1. This card is sick. Come on, focus. Shiver Meteor, Harmonize. Ooh, Restore Balance. I don't know if that's worth anything. It's a mythic, though. Lava Spike. And there we go. You have to do something that's boring. That's not true. I think I'm only saying the worst of it, right? You can do stuff that are fun, but at the end of the day, it has to cause exchange of value. It doesn't really matter how hard you work, you know? Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of hard work that can go into a lot of these things, but it's really more about the exchange of value. For example, this card here, again, using this as an example, a $55 card, right? It is, you know, how much work did I do to open this card, right? None. How much work did I to open this card, or did this? How much work did I do to open this card? The same amount of work, right? The thing is that this card is like 10 times more than this card, maybe 20 times. I think it's probably like a $1 rare, right? And I mention that because that is ultimately how the economics work. That's how value creation works. It all depends upon what someone is willing to pay. And that means that also goes for your skill, your job, and the work that you do. So whatever work you do, or whatever business you're in, it all kind of comes down to the time what you can exchange your time for, or the value you create, right? Like as an example, like here's a way, like this box is basically going to go into a cube. I'm going to make a cube out of it probably, or maybe I'll sell the singles. Either way, I'm unlikely to really make much of a profit on it, or maybe I will make a profit on it, but it won't be very much for the simple fact that the amount of work it takes, like to list all these cards on TCG Player or eBay and then ship them and pack them, that's not something I want to do. Maybe for other people it would be worth it. So that's kind of how it works. That's how you make money, because what happens is someone will break a bunch of these boxes open and then they'll list the cards and they'll sell them individually and they'll make a profit. And that's the value creation, but still there's still work involved, right? And I don't want to do that for the simple reason is that it takes too much time for me to do that. Look at this. This is a 9/7 creature for 1. It comes out in 10 turns. That's not a mythic? No, that's a rare. What is this? Creatures you control have haste. Whenever a creature with power 4 or greater enters the battlefield under your control, you may draw a card. That's cool. So where was I going with all what I was saying? I can't even remember. Reading magic cards, trying to talk here at the same time. Probably delirious because I worked out and I'm really hungry. What was I going to say? I don't remember. Value creation. Like, a lot. Turns out it is pretty hard to find a path to be successful as I talk this out. I don't know, I relate everything to exercise, and finding a real-world example for exercise is difficult. What the heck? Why did my computer just shut off? No, because it went on sleep mode. So, a real-life example for is hard, but then for exercise is always easy, because I've got 3 of these. Look at this. What the heck? Now, that's a great picture, I think. But I'm afraid this might be a dude, you know? I'm getting all excited. Like, oh, look at that. There's some curves, but then it might be a dude. But that's okay. I mean, you know, I could be into dudes. What was I talking about? I can't remember what I was talking about. This is why it's hard for me to play Magic and watch movies, because I can't pay attention. What do we got here? Got some cards here. Stormcloud Djinn. I'm losing my mind here because I can't remember. I had something I was going to say. I played this in draft. I drafted 2 of these, and this card is sick. Vesuvian Shapeshifter. Look at that card. This is a Mirage card, I think. I don't remember what I was talking about. I think this is basically, I forgot what I was going to say. That's what I'm naming this video. I forgot what I was going to say. But trying to stay on topic here. Exchange for value. How do you exchange for value? How do you become successful? Oh, exercise. That's right. I was talking about exercise. So how do you become successful with, how does it relate to exercise? It's just reps and sets, right? If you want to get ripped, you want to get shredded, you want to get fit, you want to have a healthy body, you want to be strong, what do you have to do? You go to the gym, you go exercise, you lift weights. Each week you increase the weight, you increase the reps, you mess with different load patterns, right? You change the exercises. And the next week again, you increase the weight, you change the load patterns, change the exercise. This card is sick. It's like a time walk. What is this? Flagstones of Trocaire. Ponder, look at that. I think it's an $18 card. What was I going to say? It's reps and sets. So you find something that is very effective at getting you results, right? Like fitness, and you do reps and sets, and you build upon it, just like with anything in life. You just keep doing the reps and sets until you find a breakthrough. And I think that's the part that I think that's really hard to talk about, is that the breakthrough happens from an accumulation of work done in a specific way. There's a saying like, you know, practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. I actually used to be a magician, believe it or not. I used to do magic tricks too. There you go. I'm getting distracted again. Can't remember what I was talking about. Oh, this is a sick card. Manifold Key. This is a pretty cool box. Man, this is... Now I know why this box is worth $300. Because it's fun to open these cards. What was I going to say? You keep doing the breakthrough. The breakthrough. So how do you have the breakthrough? Well, the breakthrough is sort of like you're opening packs. Okay, let's use. I can't. This exercise. My brain is fucking going crazy. Oh, I'm cursing now. This box here, I cannot. It's like opening packs. You keep opening packs until one time you open up that expensive card right here. You open the Sliver Legion. And you're like, oh, you get the breakthrough. But that's like luck, right? That's just me spending a lot of money on packs and cards. And then I pull a big one, right? But with work, with skill, with jobs, you have a job. Maybe you are a salesperson, or maybe you are a nurse, or maybe you are a YouTuber, right? And you keep doing that thing over and over and over and over again, right? Until you get to a point where you figure out a way how to be better than most people. You're faster, you're more effective, you're smarter, you catch on to things better than other people, and guess what happens? You get a raise. That's a breakthrough. There you go. I got an analogy in there somewhere for those the few that are listening. Oh, Slaughter Pack. That card's cool, but I don't think it's worth anything. Restoration Angel. Whoa, this card is awesome. I love that card. What? I got a full rare. Look at that. So you have a breakthrough that is that's a promotion, right? And then maybe you keep doing the job. You're in the medical field, right? You're a nurse. And then what happens next is you what happens next? I don't even know what happens next. Maybe you decide you want to become a doctor, right? But because you were a nurse, you understand kind of the issues from the nurse's angle, right? What happens is, you know how they say this thing about compound interest? That's the one of the 7 wonders of the world, or the 8th wonder of the world. I think Einstein was quoted saying that. The thing is that when it comes to compound interest with making money and becoming rich, because that's how rich people become rich, compound interest, they also become rich from, Dismember, I love that card. They also become rich because of compound knowledge, right? You build a skill in a particular topic or a particular area, and you become more valuable than anybody else. That's why sports players are paid so much, because they're paid so much because for that skill, those professional athletes, no one is as good as these people in this sport, as a pitcher or as a third baseman or a batter or a quarterback or whatever thing they are. They get better and better, right? But the problem is it's really hard to be that good. And there goes the luck, right? Sometimes the luck is your parents. But it's not necessarily true, because the hard work, also counts. Like, you can have blessed parents and blessed genetics, but that doesn't mean that you're going to be the person that also works hard, has a work ethic, and that you grew up in a time where you have not just great parents from the gene side, but great parents in the financial side, right? So there's a lot of things that factor in there. Look at this, Teferi. I don't know if that's worth anything. But these are some cool cards that I'm opening. I'm having a lot of fun. Ooh, Laboratory Maniac. If you would draw a card while your library has no cards in it, you win the game. And said, what the heck? Can't even see that because it's not focusing. That is freaking cool. All right, next pack here. I gotta move a little faster here. I don't know. I wanted to talk about success, and I want to talk about how to make it, because I was able to accomplish a dream that I wanted to accomplish, and the problem was it was hard, trying to kind of share with friends, to explain kind of what it takes and how to do it. Ooh, this is cool. All slivers gain 3 sacrifices. This permanent, destroy target permanent. This card's good in draft. What is this? Glittering Wish. Got a second Glittering Wish. What is that? I don't know. Foil. What was I talking about? See, I can't even think anymore. I cannot open packs and have a good conversation. Maybe one day I will. Maybe one day I will. You're not going to be able to. Look at me. I can't even think properly, right? And I somehow was able to get to my goal that seemed impossible. I guess the thing really is being able to get to a place. Ooh, look at that. I like these double cards. I guess 2 abilities. Can I remember what I was doing? There we go. Put this here. Boom, boom, boom. Ooh, Sedge Sliver. There's a really good card back in the day that I had before. It was called, what was the name of it? Sedge Troll. That's right. Maybe I go look for, I wonder if it's a beta Sedge Troll. Look at that. Timmer, what's this? Target creature gains double strike until end of turn. What? Target creature also gains trample. What the hell? This is a freaking... If you control a creature with power. This is a freaking berserk. For 2, though. I don't know. I don't even know where I was going with this, what I wanted to say. I wanted to promote some wisdom of some kind and hang out with somebody, which is you, the viewer, watching this video. But I really don't have anything, you know? I thought I would have something of really cool, like, wisdom to share. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. If you do, and you're still watching this, you leave a comment below. Whenever you cast an aura, equipment, or vehicle spell, draw a card. Hey, that card's cool. Where was I going with all this? I don't know. Let's just open some packs. Maybe I'll figure out how to do this. I have to pee really bad too. This card is sick at draft. Destroy target creature, toughness 3 or greater. You know, the other idea I had for a Magic or a YouTube channel was simply to just talk about business and magic. You know, because I like magic. I used to make a lot of magic analogies. It's how I see the world. What is this? There we go. Sulfur Elemental. Flash. White creatures get +1/-1. Split second. What is that? Walk of Aeons. There we go. We got Time Walk. Oh, True Name Nemesis. That has some value. What the heck? This is a great box. Man. I don't know. I guess if you're curious to get I'm at the end of this video, I'm going to go ahead and do a price lookup on some of these cards. And then maybe we'll do an evaluation of if it was worth it or not. Firewake Sliver. Skittering Monstrosity. Oh, Neither Trader. Oh, Chalice of the Void. Man, see that? I'm going to switch to this screen here because look. It's a $30 card, but this was a chase rare that I grew up with. Or not grew up with, but I played a lot. One of the first times I got back in the Magic after kind of having a regular job for a while. Open a bunch of boxes of Mirrodin overhead here. The original Mirrodin. Not Scars, but the original Mirrodin. Okay, where am I going with this? Oh no, I mean, I'm happy with where I'm at. I'm happy I have some wonderful children. I have a great wife, and things are so great for me right now. But like, I do miss a little bit about like, it's like a video game, right? You get to the end of the video game, right? And you're like, you've sort of won. What is this? Oh, you've sort of won already, right? To some degree, you've won. Slaughter pack again. You've won. You've beat the game. So then, what do you do when you have a game that you really, really love? What do you do? Well, what you do is you start the game over and you play the game again, or what you do is you play a different game. And that's kind of like where I'm at, right? I've kind of gotten to the end of the game, or at least one of the first major goals I wanted to do. And now, I want to get back to the old stuff, because this is the stuff that, I don't want to say it necessarily reminds me of a better time, because I find it was financially struggling and wasn't really focused and wasting all, sort of, quote unquote, wasting all my time on Magic cards. It just reminds me of a different kind of time of life. Ooh, sudden spoiling. What is this? Until end of turn, creatures can target player controls lose all abilities and have our O2 creatures, basically. That's cool. Goblin Engineer. I don't even know what this does. When Goblin Engineer enters the battlefield, you may search your library for an artifact card and put it into your graveyard and then shuffle your library. Sacrifice an artifact, return target artifact. You know. Look at this. Something special about this box. Look at this. One of these cards packs are upside down. I didn't do that. It was like that already. So maybe that pack is special. We'll save it for the end. I don't know if you noticed that on camera. I'm not sure if it was even on camera. But let's go ahead and what else do we have here? Boom, boom. And the rare is, Arbor Dryad again. I put the, what is this? Blighted Woodland? I don't know what that is. Sacrifice Blighted Woodland. Search your library for up to 2 basic land cards and put them in the battlefield tab. Actually, put some commons in here. Let me get these commons out. Oops. I guess one of my dreams too was to build a YouTube channel. And then I realized that, you know, maybe I don't want to be famous. I don't want to be well known. Or maybe I may never be well known. Who cares? Like, it doesn't even really matter. I don't know. I got all these weird things in my head that kind of prevent me. And that's kind of like, I guess, the topic of a whole how to guarantee success and kind of get out of the rat race is that a lot of the time, the things that we want to accomplish that we want, most of us are just really afraid. You know? We're often just very afraid of success. You know? Or not even a success. We're afraid of what we have to go through to get there. Like, we want to get fit and we want to get abs and we want to be strong and we want to feel young again or stay young or stay healthy. But the process of going through it sucks. Usually it's painful. Right? I'd rather be playing Magic than go to the gym. Right? Especially now that Magic Arena's on your phone. Look at the Blastoderm, white Blastoderm. Stuffy doll. Hey, check this out. This is pretty cool. This double strike creature, which kind of sucks though. If the casting cost was less, this card would be sick. But too bad it's a -1 power with a it's probably because it's red. They had to balance it out. Double strike just means that you double the power, which is a very rare ability. And it's very powerful. Okay, we have Stuffy Doll. What is this? I don't know if this is Contagion Clasp. Foil. Boom. Okay. There we go. 4 more packs to go. This has been a pretty good box. I don't know if it necessarily broke. I'm pretty sure it broke $200, it feels like. I don't know if it broke $300, though. And let's open this box pack, and we get uncommon. Uncommon. Here's the rare, and... well, mythic. Other white creatures get +1/+1. Non-white. Whoa, what the hell? -1/-1. Pay 2 life. What? This card is dope. I'm going to pause it and you can read it yourself. Sorry, I can't. That card is sick. Oh, look at this. This has flashback. See, it has a little thing here at the top. Tells you that you can play it from your graveyard. Dredgify. Whenever Stinkweed Imp deals combat damage to a creature, destroy that creature. 1, 2, oh, so 3. This is... actually, I don't know what that... I don't think that means flashback. That means... actually, I don't know what that means. It has... I think it means graveyard effect. So that's a... alright, here we go. Open up. Let's go see what we get. We get a Sliversmith, sorry. Shaper Parasite, Outrider, and Core. Ooh, Ancestral Vision, the weak Ancestral Recall. Not worth anything, but definitely a cool card. Elvish Mystic. Alright, here we go. Uncommon. This card is pretty cool. 2 cards in 1. We get... ooh, look at this. Who's this? Exile a non-land card from your hand. Put 4 time counters on the exile card. If it doesn't have suspend, it gains suspend. That's kind of neat. But it's random though. From your... oh, it's from your hand. Exile a non-land card from your hand. Okay, so then we have uncommon, rare. Ooh, a crystal shard. Sick. This is the cool thing about Magic that I really like, is that it kind of makes you think in different ways. And when you play with a lot of friends and people, the community, you learn a lot of different things about how other people think, because people think differently. I remember reading this card thinking it was dumb. So to explain Crystal Shard a little bit to everybody, it says here, return target creature to its owner's hand unless its controller plays 1. So essentially what happens is you have a creature in play, like, let's just say this guy right here. This sliver. Oh, that's not a good example. It's this guy, right? This is freaking 5 to cast, 5 different colors. My lights come on. 5 different colors, right? And you use this to say your opponent has this on their side. You use this, and they have to pay 1 to return to their hand. Or you use this and say, okay, if you don't pay 1, you have to return this to your hand. It seems kind of weak because what happens is my opponent can just pay 1 and then won't return to their hand. And why is that even a big deal? Well, because if it returns to their hand, they have to cast it again. It has summoning sickness. I mean, you probably know that if you know Magic. But the one thing I didn't think about Crystal Shard that I saw when we played in Draft was that you could return your own creatures to your hand. And that was a game changer. Some cards have some pretty spectacular abilities for come into play effects. And I didn't really look at it like that. And when I saw that, I was like, that is awesome. Like this one right here, this guy right here. I talked about this earlier, right? He said, when Big Game Hunter enters the battlefield, destroy target creature. So essentially, you can return this to your hand, play it again, destroy. Let's say they have 2 4/4 creatures in play. Boom, kill. Boom, kill. Right? Anyways. Okay, the last pack. Let's go see what it is that we get. You know one other thing I was going to do? I don't know if you noticed my playmat. This playmat is a very famous card, popular card. This is not the original art. It's called Force of Will. Force of Will is a card that lets you counter a spell without paying mana. You don't have to have any mana to pay. You just pay life and a card in your hand, which is kind of an unusual ability. And she's using her will to counter a spell. And the whole point of why I use this as a playmat, first of all, I just got it in, which I love this mat, I love this art, and I love this card, is that I wanted to make this video about success and how to be successful and how to guarantee your success. And it's basically Force of Will. You get it? Okay, well, anyways, that's kind of the whole point. And then we have, what do we got here? Uncommon. We have the Charge Counterland. Oops, this is not. Then we have, Corrosive Grip. I always like that card. And we have Assault Blast, which is the Fissure of White, the White Fissure. And then we have a Aeon Chronicler and a Paradoxical Outcome. Ooh, look at that. And there you have it. Oh yeah, I was going to look at values. Let's go look up some values here. So, well, I hope you enjoyed that. That's my video, opening up magic cards. I think I had some other things I wanted to say, but maybe I'll save them for another video. I think at the end of this video, I'm going to have me looking up values of cards because I want to do that. But what the heck. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later. Bye. All right, so let's look up some of these values. I don't know how much I'm going to spend time on this. Video is getting really long, but we'll go ahead and look through it and see what we have. I don't think this is worth anything, but we'll look it up anyway. It's a very iconic card to me because I grew up with it, or it means something to me when I was playing. Crystal Shard. It's a shard, looks like a big shard of poop. Time spit's $1.10 right there. You see it there? Right there. In the middle there. Okay. What else do we got that we can look up here? I want to know. I don't want to look up every single card. I just want to look up some cards that I think that's worth something. Let's go see here. Let me go see if I can just use Siri to talk. I'm going to type it out. Contagion Clasp. Look at that. And that is worth 77 cents. Amazing. What has value on this here? I don't even know. Chalice of the Void. I think it's 30 bucks. Chalice of the Void. So $35 for the Time Spiral Remaster right there. So that's pretty cool. What else? Oh, True Name Nemesis. That's worth something, I know. True Name Nemesis. $9, not too bad. Time Spiral Remastered version. Let's see the older version. No, they're still not worth the same. This card is so sick. Let me look this up. Temur Battle Rage. $1. I think the card's cool though. I like that card. What other cards have value in here? Restoration Angel. Definitely a favorite card for me. Restoration Angel. $2.15. Let's go see. I think this is Manifold Key. I don't know if that's worth anything. Manifold Key, Magic the Gathering, and that is $1.70. 70 cents. Ponder. They were selling these for like 20 bucks. But let's go see. Ponder. Oh, that's M12. Oh, wow. This is still selling for $20. Why? Is it because of the border? See, this is what I don't understand. Look, this card is the same as this card here, or this card here, right? Not a big deal, right? But for whatever reason, because it is, I don't know, this special border, it's cost more. Well, I guess I shouldn't be surprised. This is 20 bucks. I'm just gonna pull the large cards out. I want a Bloodbraid Elf. Is that worth anything? Blood Braid. Times about $2 for this. How about this? The Physician, the Yawgmoth's Physician. I actually read these books, not the art series. I read these books. They were pretty good. Yawgmoth. Thran. Right there. Oh, wow, this is $17. Oh, that's Modern Horizons version. Oh, still $19. Pretty good. What else did I get in here? Is Dismember worth anything? I don't know. Dismember. $8. Wow, that's really interesting. I wouldn't even expect that. What are these? Are these? Oh, I got Solum. This card is really good. Solum, Simulacrum, $3. Not very much. Let's go see what else I can look up here. I don't think there might be some other stuff that's valuable in there. I don't know if they are worth anything. There's a foil rare. Oh yeah, making a video. I am making a video.
Okay. I just wanted to know if we can watch later.
Maybe we can.
Soon after your video, because it's like almost 7 and I want to be able to watch it today.
Okay, we will. It's my daughter. She wants to watch Winter Soldier. What is this card worth? Krovax? Wait, Krovax was a vampire. Why is he white? Not worth anything. This card is sick though. You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of a Elishnorn. Elishnorn is a card. And then we have, what else do we got? Other cards in here that might be worth something. I wonder if that's worth anything. I don't know the values of these cards. That looks like it might be worth something. Is this rare? I got 3 of these. I don't think that's worth anything, but let's go look it up anyway. Let's go see here. We got Sliver Legion. We know this is $55, right? Krovax we looked up already. Let's look up Teferi here. And that is worth $2. And then we got Aeon Chronicler. Nothing. Garbage. Poop. And we have Draw Lu. Draw New Lich Lord. 8 cents. Definitely a bulk rare.